the Houston Rockets, someone that has substantially more firepower than what we see the Clippers can possess.
So, back to my man, Kevin Durant. I've been telling you for 2 years, he is now the best player on the planet. But I'm going to give you one big asterisk. And that asterisk is when he decides to be.
Sure.
He doesn't always decide to be, because you know and I know, and I brought this up 1,000 times on television over the last 8 or 10 years, Kevin Durant always suffers an identity crisis. Who am I? Am I a nice guy or a not nice guy? Am I a tough guy from the mean streets of Seat Pleasant, Maryland? Or am I a Silicon Valley entrepreneur? Who am I? Because he's never quite sure who he is.
He's a confrontational guy.
Sometimes he's not.
In the media
I know
room.
he can be. I know. But here's the indictment of that game last night. Kevin Durant needed the media to motivate him. He needed the media to push all his buttons, because I'm not sure Steve Kerr can. I'm not even sure Draymond Green can push all of his buttons. But the biggest red danger button gets pushed by somebody on social or real media, right?
Yeah.
And when that button gets pushed, you better look out, because I'm going to reread that quote from Steve Kerr that we had yesterday. He said, this is after the 31-point collapse.
Yeah.
There's nobody who can do what Kevin Durant can do. He absolutely needs to be more aggressive. It's the playoffs, and he can get any shot he wants at any time. So I want to see him get 20 shots or 30 shots. He took 23 last night, and I give you, he was not hot-handed from 3, but it didn't matter, because he made his first 5 out of 5, and he made his first 2 free throws, and it was history.
It's over.
That's it. It's 41-24 after a quarter, and that was all she wrote for the Clippers in their first home playoff game last night.
Yes.
That's Kevin Durant, but I'm not sure who he is, because I'm not sure he knows who he is. He went to Golden State because he said, I want to go where they share the ball. So actually, his strength became his weakness that the Clippers played upon, especially in Game 2, and somewhat in Game 1, and that is they're going to force him, dare him to pass the basketball, because he would like to consider himself as much a passer as a shooter, as a scorer. So what happened in Game 2? He had 9 turnovers because he was forcing passes all over the lot.
The thing is, Skip, when we talk about LeBron, they score about the same, but we say the difference between the two is LeBron's ability to pass the basketball. Well, KD's like, I can pass the basketball too.
And he can, but he can't pass it like LeBron.
No.
And he can't pass it if you dare him in a box-and-one situation to try to force passes to unopened people. That's what he was trying to do. So he had 9 turnovers, and they had 21 and 22 in the first 2 games. They're going to be in trouble if they turn the ball over like that, especially as it swirls around him. So the Clippers played to a weakness that should be a strength of his, because the truth is, why did Draymond Green walk into the parking lot after Game 7 of 2016?
He knows what they got to represent.
He knows that they can't do it without this guy.
No way.
This guy is the Warriors. They're going to go as far as he carries them in the end, in the big picture. And what happened right on schedule in Game 3 and Game 3, the last 2 finals, in the Kings' house in Cleveland, he happened. Right?
Yeah.
He was the MVP of the finals back-to-back years, because he is the ultimate difference maker. He's going to decide this year's NBA championship, and then starting July 1st, he's going to decide next year's NBA championship.
Maybe for the foreseeable future.
For the foreseeable. That's who he is. That's why I think he's the best player on the planet, because his strength of scoring is greater than LeBron's greatest strength. LeBron does more overall things. He's got more variety to his game. There's no doubt about that. But obviously, as LeBron gets a little older, I don't know how much older, but a little, we all agree he gets a little bit older, right?
Yeah.
Kevin is right in the heart of his prime. He says, I'm 30. But what did he say just a day ago? He says, I'm not going to get in the way of the game because I want to have a little back and forth with Patrick Beverley. And what did I say yesterday? No, Kevin, it's not about getting in the way of the game. You are the game. You're the game. So he's reminding everybody, I'm Kevin Durant. Well, maybe you should tell yourself you're Kevin Durant, okay? Just go. So what did we see last night? Okay, you're right. They positioned him differently, strategically. They had him at the top. They had him moving more. They picked for him more. I get that. But seriously, how many shots did he make? He made 14 shots. I'll bet you 10 were just unscripted, where he just said, I'm going to do this. They were basically iso ball kind of shots where he just said, I'm better than you are.
Right.
I don't care who's trailing me or chasing me. I'm just going to shoot this.
Well, you
Fadeaways, it's over, man.
Yeah, but you're at his mercy. Once he makes his first 5 and he makes 2 free throws, he's seen the ball go in. So now you're at his mercy. You just hope he misses it because you can't block him. They let him get out in transition, and so he's finishing at the rim.
Yeah.
He's out in transition. He's pulling up from 18 feet.
Yeah.
You got no choice. And then Patrick Beverly ended up getting in foul trouble. Alexander, yeah, he's long and lanky, but he can't bother him. He can't pester him like Patrick Beverly. He doesn't understand the game of defense like Patrick Beverly does. So once Patrick Beverly got in foul trouble, you're done.
Yeah. He just shot them psychologically off their own floor, because then the Clippers starters proceed to go 2 of 17 from 3. And if Gallinari's going to go 0 for 8 and the rest are going to sort of follow along, they got no shot.
Zero.
They have to hit their shots, especially their three-point shots. And by the way, your man Big Zubats,
Yeah.
did you see what he did last night?
Goose egg, man.
No, he didn't.
No, he had 8 of 12.
No, he was great.
Yeah.
He was the only
I'm
good
looking
one.
at 0.
He
I'm looking
had
at the first quarter.
18 and 15, and he had 9 offensive rebounds. And I hate to bring this up again.
Stop.
Magic Johnson traded him to the Clippers.
For some jelly beans.
For
'cause
some
we got
jelly beans.
We got Muscala.
One big jelly bean, right?
Yes.
He's a deadly three-point shooter, or so they say.
I can't
don't know.
tell.
You can't tell? I don't know.
But he got those numbers in 17 minutes.
17 minutes. That's huge.
Right.
That was the little big story, the quiet story for the Clippers. Is I think he's going to be a player. I thought he was a player for the Lakers.
I think so, too.
Right?
I agree with you.
Okay.
And especially in a game like this, Skip, because the game is so wide open and spread now, you're going to get opportunity to get rebounds. And he's skilled.
Yep.
He's a skilled big man, Skip. You can run plays for him.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to, but you can. He can play with his back to the basket. He's good from 6 to 10 feet out.
Wow.
But if Kevin Durant's going to do this, even Steph, had Steph not gotten foul trouble, Skip, this thing would have got ugly because Steph wasn't missing from 3. And then in the second quarter, Clay messed around and started getting it going.
No.
And so now you got, what do you do? You got Steph, Clay, and Draymond draining shots on you. It's so frustrating. And then Andrew Bogut, they miss a shot. Bogut gets it, passes it back out. They miss another one. He gets it again, passes it to Steph, and now he drains a 3. Do you know how frustrating? Do you know how mentally, like, man, what are we going to do with this? Because if they, listen, I believe Houston has the best chance. But if they play their best, no one else can get to that threshold, Skip. Nobody. Not Milwaukee, not Toronto, not Houston, not anyone, not Boston. They played their best.
Not even San Antonio. I just had to throw that in. Not even. Go ahead.
Even if you had Daniel Boone, David Bowie, and the Alamo. No.
Really?
No. It's over.
not-
Y'all, it's over for you guys, Skip.
Not David.
What do you
Bowie.
mean it's over?
They wish they had David. Bowie.
Sam. It's over. Sam Bowie.
It's okay.
Oh, you want Sam Bowie?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, I want you
Jim
to. I
Bowie.
want you to enjoy this. I want you to enjoy your little run. We're gonna talk about them a little
Okay,
later.
we're gonna
But
talk
that guy
about
right there,
We'll get to that.
that 7-foot guy, when he makes it, he say, you know what? You see, you over here doing all this talking. I'm about to show you, Patrick Beverly. I'm gonna show you.
I think he showed us.
No, we already knew.
Yeah, it's always about the media. A lot of these analysts were saying that I should engage in. No, we didn't want you to engage with Patrick Beverly. We want you to engage with the game,
The game.
right? Just the game.
We want you to be KD.
Yeah, how about just be KD, whoever KD really is. He's always soul searching about.
But he say, you know, I'm Kevin Durant.
Yeah, are you?
You know me, right?
know
You
who I
know.
am.
All right. Well, are you? I don't know. Last night he
night.
was. I'm not sure.
Special. I mean, look, plus in under 30 minutes, the dude is plus 32. Plus 32. That's what he is.
Well, I keep saying there's only one team that can stop Golden State, and it's Golden State. And there's only really one player who can stop Golden State, and it's Kevin Durant. And by the way, speaking of that, literally, he did unfortunately get his 3rd technical foul of the postseason.
That was bull jive.
Bull jive.
They're going to rescind that.
Yeah.
Adam Silver, I already know they're going to rescind. Skip, they're laughing. He and JaMychal Green are laughing up the court. JaMychal Green like, dude, you flopped. KD is like, man, you ran over me. I had the spot. They're up there laughing, and dude comes in there like.
Yeah. The dude is Jason Phillips. He's 19 years in the NBA.
Wow.
He's reffed over 1,000 NBA games, 93 playoff games, 7 finals. And yet he's old school. He's an older guy, I should say. and he's from Weatherford, Texas, and I don't think he got that one.
No.
I think that one went right over his head.
It did.
So it's a bad look for the NBA that he called a technical foul because the